So guys, today we are going from this to So today's project is the front bracket for the front fairing, and this is another product from Alpha Racing. Of course, it's been a lot of Alpha Racing products. The beauty with this one is you have exchangeable arms here, so in case of a crash you can order these separately, and even the bracket for the display is exchangeable. So why do I need this, or why do you guys need this? It's weight safe, of course, but the main part is the bracket is more sturdy if you crash, and it's exchangeable. So it's actually an investment. If you know that you're not gonna use your bike on the street, only on track, and it's a good investment. So what you get is the main frame, the bracket for the display, and then two arms. I ordered two separate arms. Hopefully I won't crash. If I do, I have spare parts at the track so I can use. And then you get some bits and parts, some screws, and of course no installation guide. So I'm gonna try to figure this out together and put it together and show you how to do this in case you purchase one of these. So guys, I'm just gonna tell you how to assemble this. The arms will go there. You remove the screw that's just already inside there, like this side, and then you put the arm this way in. This was a bit tricky. I think this is the way it should go. I haven't fastened this yet because I'm gonna put some Loctite in there. And this is where it goes from the back side. So the whole thing is assembled. You have up here some distances that should be between the dash shoulder and the bracket, and then these two screws on the side. So altogether 4 screws, that one, this one, and this one, and then distances. So next we're gonna remove the original bracket. So guys, from here we're gonna remove the dash, and there's a big connector. You press on the sides and then just yank it out. And there are some fasteners where my finger is. Put a flat screwdriver and just press it. Flat screwdriver there, just press it. I will show you what they look like when they are off. So there are 3 of these guys. Be careful not to lose them. They're kind of springy, and they will go into this groove. So you just put the flat screwdriver as I told you, and then remove them. Then the whole dash is okay to remove. I have a protection here. If you don't, wrap it in a towel so you don't scratch it. So okay, the dash is off, and there's some zip ties you need to cut to get rid of the indicator cables, connections, and other stuff coming in the front. For your lights and stuff like that. So this is your best friend, a small wrench that I use, TX30, and you have 4 screws that you need to untighten. One is up there, I've already started it. Second one is there, so there are 2 of them, and then the same on the other side. On this side it's a bit tighter to get that screw because the clutch cable is stiff and it's in your way. And then you have the last one down here. So after removing those four, the whole bracket should come out, which is loose. And if you look at the bracket, you'll understand that these stuff will easily break if you go down. So I will remove the bracket and get back to you. So guys, the bracket is loose. What you need to be mindful of is this cable coming in here. So when you remove the bracket, make sure you don't damage anything here. And when you grab it, it will just come. So we need to guide the cables through. Sorry for that. So the cables are through and the bracket is off. It's not heavy, but it's not light either. So I have some cleaning to do here, as you can see. And next up, we're gonna install the Alpha Racing bracket. So these are the screws you will get, and some washers and some dessous fasteners. What you attach the bracket to the main frame is with these 4 screws, and then these washers are for the display tray. So we start by putting on some Loctites on these ones, and they will go in the old holes that we had before. So I start fastening this and get back to you. So guys, the bracket is in place, and I started the screws by hand, put some Loctite on them. And the 4 screws, you should never ever force the screws into the frame, because if you damage the frame inside here, then you are in big trouble. It's usually not solvable. So you have to change the whole frame. So don't ever force the screws in. Gently start them by tying them by hand, and then by wrench. So next up is the dash. I have some expansion for the fuel. The regulations here, probably regulations everywhere about this. So this is the air hole and fuel escape hose that normally goes on the side of the bike. In case of a crash, you don't want that to end up on the tarmac. Somebody else can crash after you. So you need to contain it in this. And it's a little bit too long, the hoses, so I need to cut them and arrange them. So, but for now, next is the display. It will go in place. Before we do that, we need to install these rubber washers. There's a lip there, just press it in, 3 of them. So just gently guide in the display, and you have the 3 stiffs that need to go into this, the washers that you install, and then you reattach these babies to fasten the display. And finally, the cable for the display, and make sure that it's going in the right way, and you can hear the click. So that's it, guys. I have some zip tying to do. All this stuff needs to be zip tied and tidied. There are some grooves here. I don't know if you can see them. Maybe I can use them to zip tie the display. And that's it. Don't hesitate to ask any questions or comment below. And the most important part, everybody's nagging about you. Please subscribe and like the video.